So the day is finally here, delivery day, the day you take delivery and pick up your new RV. The day you have been waiting for and planning for. I have been through this day several times, and each one is no less exciting than the previous. In today's video, I want to go through what I have discovered is some important information when taking delivery and accepting your new RV from a dealer or a used party. We're going to dive into some practical tips that you can put to use. These tips are designed to help you as a newbie to the RV life to educate yourself so that your delivery experience might go a little smoother. If you are a seasoned RVer, this information might also be a good refresh for you on your next upgrade. So if you haven't already joined my traveling family, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification icon. You'll be reminded when my next video in this series comes out.
Gonna make a cross-country trip. Works for American Airlines, flew in from California. Now he's already named her Myrtle. Back home.
In this video, you can just jot down some of these ideas that I'm mentioning and add it to your list for your delivery day. In the description of this video, I've included 2 different PDI checklists that I found online that I thought were helpful. I would print one of these and take it with you. It will be your checklist to make sure that you thoroughly go through everything that's needed before driving away. Take your time, don't be rushed, and make sure you cover everything thoroughly. I would even bring something that you can plug into all of the outlets and the USB ports to make sure that they are all in working condition. Don't be afraid to tell them that you want to look at the roof. On one of the RVs that I inspected before leaving, I went up on the roof and saw that it needed some sealant. They may have to even provide you a ladder. Just request it and wait. Don't be embarrassed to tell them what you need. After all, it is your hard-earned money.
That side, and of course you've got this pulls down, and you can either do it that way or that way.
Once you drive off the lot, getting anything done could be difficult. Have them put water in the tank so that you can test all the water and tank systems. Include the toilet flush and the hot water heater in this.
There you go.
There are many things in the inspection that need to be thoroughly gone through, including things such as lighting the oven to make sure it works, making sure the ice maker in the refrigerator works.
There's your freezer. There's your ice maker.
Things such as this will go a long way to prevent frustration and time back at the dealership in the shop in the future for you.
Lower accent or upper accent. You can turn upper accent on or off. There's on. I love the accent lights in here. Look at that.
Well, good morning. Today is the day that I finally have been waiting for. I drove 2,000 miles to get here for today, and so I am excited to pick up Mabel after the PDI, which is the inspection and walkthrough of Mabel. I plan to leave immediately. I can't stress the PDI inspection enough. It is probably the most important part of your day, so don't be afraid to have the clipboard and checklist and a pen at the ready. Some RV dealerships will even set you up for a night at a local RV park. This is great. If they do this, be sure to take advantage of it, especially if you're nearby the dealership. Should something not work or you have questions, they're just a phone call or right nearby. I took advantage of this on an RV that I purchased, and it was a great way to learn and discover and get used to my new RV before leaving. Definitely take advantage of this if it is offered, even if you live locally to the dealership. If it is not offered, ask for it. Who knows, they might just set you up. And yesterday, I totally wanted to video my entire process of picking up Mabel, doing my walkthrough, and that didn't happen. In fact, I had a GoPro attached to my chest because I was gonna just video that way so I could be hands-free and focus on the walkthrough and the inspection. As we started to do the inspection and the walkthrough, it became apparent I just really needed to focus on doing just that. And so unfortunately, I didn't get any footage of my experience picking up the RV or even the walkthrough, looking for anything that might have been an issue. And then I immediately drove over 5 hours to get here. I was also focused on towing a new RV and wanted to make sure I was concentrating and listening for sounds and just being aware of everything about the trailer and towing a new trailer. If you will be camping immediately after taking delivery of your RV, keep in mind you might need a few essentials. So just a thought, you might bring some things such as toilet paper, cooking utensils, kitchen items, and bathroom items. You'll also want a few tools to have. You don't have to bring your whole toolbox or everything that you will eventually get for your RV and for travel, but a few essentials will help you enjoy your new RV as you take it away from the dealership. Keep in mind, most RV dealerships do not include things such as a sewer hose or a water hose. Keep that in mind, as those are two very essential things that you'll need for your first night if you intend to hook up. Along with the excitement of picking up your RV, definitely make sure you plan to bring the appropriate hitch equipment so that you can take delivery without having to purchase something at a huge markup from the dealer because you did not have the appropriate equipment. One time when I was picking up one of my fifth wheels, I forgot a part of the hitch that was needed, and I was thousands of miles away from home with a deadline to get back so I could get back to work. The dealer did not have the part I needed. Fortunately, there was a nearby dealer and I was able to acquire it that day. However, the next option was to wait 2 days for an Amazon product to arrive. I ended up paying a premium for the part because I did not plan appropriately for taking delivery. Also, make sure that you will have insurance at the ready for your first day of travel. Finally, make sure that you know how to appropriately connect and disconnect your RV. Yes, you will make mistakes and it is a learning process. However, you must know the basics before you pull away. Have the dealership show you and actually do it with you. If you don't do this, you'll have frustration on your first day. I remember one of my first nights with my towable not being able to get the hitch off the ball. I was so frustrated I couldn't get it disconnected. I even asked a passerby if she could help, and she was probably over 80 years old. I eventually discovered that I needed to release the pressure on the ball by moving the truck a bit. But if I would have known this in the very beginning, or if someone had shown this to me, I would have eliminated a lot of frustration and anxiety that day. So let me ask you this, have you purchased an RV? I'm curious to know what your day of delivery was like. What happened? Is there anything else that you might add to this video to help those who are watching? If so, please share it in the comment section. We can all learn from each other. If you like this video and the content that I've provided, I hope that you'll subscribe and become part of my traveling family. And for sure, share it with someone else who you think might need it. Stay tuned for the next video in this mini-series. In that video, I go over the essentials needed for packing your RV. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you on the road.